Good morning.
Morning.
It's Friday, July 10th. We are back. This week, want to talk about overhead clearances. We have been getting into some comm lines lately, and we did have a power strike so far early this year from overhead as well. So it's a good kind of annual refresher, but it's also kind of we're seeing uptick on our incidents. So we want to stress the importance to look up. We want to stress the importance of identifying the potential in that morning briefing when conducting the JHA, making sure we have good game plan in place. Administratively, if it's adding signage, I know that Tom and myself, we've been putting up some signage on some of these projects. But again, it's everyone's responsibility to hopefully identify the overhead potential that we have on some of these projects. I was up in Milton yesterday, and we have a lot of potential there as well. So I just want to stress, especially, the Velco substation work that we have, there's just a lot of potential for overhead power, but also comm lines too can get pricey if we have outages out there. So today, going to talk about best practices. Hopefully after today's presentation, we raise that awareness and we can hopefully eliminating any recurrence from getting tangled up in comm lines or snapping power poles on our projects. So 1 in every 10 deaths in the construction site are from electrocution, and the majority of these deaths are from contacting overhead power. Again, that's what we're really trying to avoid, is those really casually, the fatalities in construction. And again, in the Focus 4, with electricity being one of the main 4 hazards that really could harm somebody, we want to really have that at a high level of attention so no one can get entangled. Overhead power lines are typically not insulated. Any coverings are generally only weather protection or for site identification. So just because you see an orange or a yellow cover does not mean that we can breach our tolerance zone when it comes to power. And I'll talk about the tolerance zone here in a minute. If a power line is struck when operating a vehicle or equipment, the safest thing to do is stay in the cab. Again, we do not know if that line is still energized. If you are tangled up in an overhead power line and the equipment becomes energized, and then we have that touch potential. So if you are physically kind of using 3 points of contact and getting out of your excavator, and then you become now a path to the ground, and that could be very deadly. So we talk a lot about touch potential. I'm in conversations with Velco to have us kind of maybe join us in a safety meeting to talk a little bit more about high voltage power and the best conversations when it comes to safe practice with touch potential regarding high voltage power. So if you can, stay in the cab, make calls. Same thing, truck drivers. If you left the body up and you get tangled in overhead power lines, stay inside the cab. Workers on the ground are also more likely to be killed or injured. Again, it's that step potential. So we want to make sure we keep everybody out. We make the calls to first responders. Hopefully there isn't a fire. If there is, then we have to start making some different decisions out there, but hopefully that a fire does not occur and everyone can stay until we know that everything is de-energized and safely untangled and move away from the scene. So the biggest thing I want everybody to walk away with this is we need to make sure these are 4-dimensional projects. We need to take the time, look up. And if you need a spotter, you need another set of eyes to know if you're keeping the proper clearances that we're going to get talking about here in a second. Let's use that. Let's have that good conversation. Let's have that good teamwork. So we don't get inside these tolerance zones. So make sure we're looking up. So our clearances with everything that's not a crane. All right. Cranes are 20 feet up to 350 kV. So this is more designed for our excavators, for our aerial lifts, for all the other different pieces of equipment that we are working on some of these, especially these road projects that we have. So for up to 50 kV, we're looking at 10 feet. Between 50 and 200 kV, we have to stay 15 feet away from all this. And then at 20K, or I'm sorry, at 20 feet is the 200 to 350 kV is mostly what we see. Again, if you need to know that information, it's just really a quick conversation to Green Mountain Power. That pretty much owns all the insert, like pretty much the distribution lines that you see on these road projects. So it's pretty easy for us to figure out. It's just a phone call away. But a good rule of thumb is try to keep that 20 feet is preferred. And then if we have to breach that distances, knowing that 10 is minimal, we want to try to keep 10 feet away from all overhead lines at all times. So when we contact an overhead power lines, what can occur, like I said before, moving a ladder from one area on a project, the scaffolding, which we don't really do a whole lot of, but it is out there. Those forklifts, those boom lifts. I know the signal guys, are in it with the boom truck quite a bit. So we have to just really make sure that we are having the best practices in place, that we're having that good JHA in the morning, talking about how we're going to safely move around overhead power lines when we are exposed to it. Raising the dump body on the trucks, that's a big one. Especially changing in elevations when we're kind of doing the same operation over and over and again. It could get complacent. You could see that overhead power sign 1,000 times and you might lose where you are in a project. So we have to be disciplined. We have to really be paying attention, staying alert, because it could happen to anyone at any time. So that discipline and attention to detail goes a long way to making sure that we don't lose focus at the task at hand. And that's making sure we're always looking up and staying away from overhead lines. We've done warnings and protections out there. So install flag warnings or signs at proper distances. We've used cones, kind of lets you know, in the JHA, hey, if your arm goes over this cone, you're going to breach that distance. We've done things as setting up GPS kind of tins on equipment as well to kind of help identify that as well. So there's all these tips and tricks that we can use to making sure that we're paying attention and we're not getting breaching these distances from our overhead power, especially if we're like doing a water line underneath power lines. It's that day-to-day exposure that could really that gets us at times, because that complacency sets in and we lose focus at the task at hand sometimes and we get burnt that way. So if you cannot maintain adequate clearances, you must have the power company protect or move or de-energize. Again, that's kind of the pre-planning part of the project when we bid these projects. So this is a good reminder for the project managers, upcoming work, figure out how we can maybe eliminate that exposure before we have to work in and around it day in and day out. If we can isolate, if we can eliminate, that's best practice. So know the layout of the site. Let's not let our guard down. Let's not get any more overhead power lines or comm lines the rest of the construction season. That's what I have for you this morning. If there's any questions, comments, feel free to chime in. If not, Ben Dow, take it away.
Yeah, a couple of things is set yourself up in a way where it's gonna be less apt to hit. Placement of your machine. I used to put signs for some of my operators right in the cab. Watch out for the power line above. And when I was on the ground as a foreman, I used to yell at the guys and just make a big deal about the power line and say, don't hit that power line, because if you do, you're buying the beer. So it always happens when you least expect it. We worked on South Winooski Avenue one time doing a big deep vault, and we worked for 2 weeks under a telephone line. And Dal Gilly was the main operator on that one, and Larry Chamberlain. And we drove sheets and everything on this project under these lines. When we put it put the 595 on the trailer to haul it out on the last night, on a Friday night, that's when we took the cable down. Reached up and he swung his boom and forgot, and down came the cable that we worked under for 2 weeks. So that sucked. We had to work late that night.
Just a couple things to add too. If your machine or your truck's on fire, you want to jump away from it. You don't want to climb down from it, because you're going to have step potential there. And when you step away, you want to be buddy hopping away or shuffling your feet to avoid step potential, which is the difference of potential between your feet. Just one more thing too, make sure you're checking above you before you throw that ladder. I see all the time people just look at the ladder while they do that. So just be mindful that we're looking around us before we do stuff.
Good points, Tom. Any others? Okay. Can you see my screen?
We do.
So apologize for not being at, I think I missed all the June in-person safety meetings. So I'm glad to be here this morning. We'll start out with a code of conduct item. Maintain confidentiality of insider information learned about both our company and about our clients and the projects that we're working on. Try to just use good discretion and good judgment. When something doesn't seem right to talk about, it's probably not right to talk about. A lot of the contracts that we have, they have agreements that we agree not to talk about some of the specific things that we're working on. So better off left unsaid. But use good judgment. This is a good code item, and it's actually called us on the carpet a few times on a few jobs that I've been on where we've over communicated about some of the things that we're doing. So that's a good code item. I come up with this with something a couple of us are dealing with this week. The ownership topic this week, how can we build a stronger team? It's about practicing respect and listening to each other. You know, there's always a chain of command, right? And someone always has the ultimate authority to make a decision. But one of the things that's good about our team here is that we do try to listen to each other and listen to different opinions. And it all starts with respect. Respect is one of the strongest foundations that we have. It's not only reflected in how we speak to each other, but it's also how we listen. It's how we can consider different perspectives. It's how we work together as a team and collaborate to come to the best solution to some of the things that come up during the day. It brings us, each of us has a different experiences and knowledge and ideas. And no, we don't always agree, but every opinion does matter. And a lot of times when we take the time to listen, we come up with a better solution. And it also results in good alignment in moving forward with getting things done. So as employee owners, we all share that responsibility. We need to contribute respectfully to each other. We need to also work together and collaborate to solve challenges. And we need to also support the decisions that we make together. So healthy debate helps us identify the best path forward. But remember that once the decision has been made, we need to align behind it and move forward with clarity, with confidence, and it'll help make our team stronger if we just respect them and listen to each other. So going on a job site and saying that you're not going to talk to somebody else because you don't like them is not acceptable. You go to the job site, we got to work together. Focus of the week. I put one in here. I didn't think we didn't get one from the guys. This is a rerun from March, but it's an important thing to remember to care for our equipment. It's very important that we take care of our stuff. All of the equipment, it needs to be inspected when it gets there every day. It also needs to be checked out before it leaves. Make sure that you're checking the oil every day before you start the machine. Make sure that you take note of the hydraulic levels and the fluids in the different containers that when you open up the hood. Any issues with the equipment or the trucks, report it to the shop. Use the Fleetio app, use the telephone, whichever works for you. Those guys are very, very accommodating. And like Brad always says, give us a call. They do mean that, and they do answer their phones. So remember that failing to report these problems, they lead to larger and bigger repairs. Unnecessary costs due to downtime is something that we want to avoid right now. This is go time. We need to be getting things done. We don't want to be sitting there idle for any minutes during the day when we could be productively working right now. This is where we make our money right now. So let's take care of our stuff, report when things are going wrong with it, and get it fixed. So take care of our stuff. The Dragon Boat Festival, we've been running this. The event's next month on August 9th, and Sarah Wall is racing in this event, and follow that link. If you want to donate, there's a link right on this email that you can click. Click that link and it makes it really easy to donate. Recent promotions, Jake Stark, operating foreman. Congratulations, Jake. Greg Barnett, foreman. These are two recent promotions. Any others that you guys think about? Matt Orszlak or I know. If we forget to put them in here, we want to acknowledge the promotions when they happen. It's a big deal here when you move up to a higher level of authority and responsibility. So congratulations to Jake and Greg. We got some new employees. I've met a couple of you guys, but sorry I wasn't on your onboarding on Monday, but I'll definitely, if you're around the office, come find me. Logan Trombley, welcome. There's Logan. We've got Jameson Matthews, laborer, welcome. Jameson. Jackson Adams, another laborer. Hagen White and Evan Belleville. So welcome all you guys. Sounds like we might have some relation there with Nate for Evan. So that's awesome. Welcome you guys. Be safe out there. Matt, do you want to talk about your photos of the week that you collected?
Sure, I'll jump in.
I'll go through them. That's a good one.
Yeah, so we've been trying to gather up some photos of kind of the 4th as we celebrated 250 between anything that we did in any town parades. I actually don't know what town this is, so if anyone does know, please shout it out, because I would love to know what town this was. That's a really great photo.
It's a really great
What was that?
I think that one might be Richmond.
town of Richmond.
Richmond.
That's awesome.
Nice. That's great. That's awesome.
It looks like we're leading the way and the truck looks good, nice and clean.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, so we were in town of Richmond. That was awesome. Here's a great one of the guys up at the Hourglass. Jerry and his crew left them all up for the Milton parade goes right through there. So we got a lot of nice honks up there. So that's awesome. Showing good patriot, being a good patriot out there for us. And so well done there. And then you keep scrolling down, Ben. We got a couple other ones. This is up in Bolton. Rob Barber and his crew dressed up our work as it's not an extremely travel road this time of year, but there's still a lot of people go up hiking and stuff. So it's good to see us supporting. This is down in West Leb, New Hampshire. This one's a pretty visible job from a parade that kind of goes through that area, but
yeah,
it's a really cool. It's great seeing big flags hanging from cranes. Saw a lot of good ones in my travels last week. And then this is down at Cavendish, right off of a pretty heavy traveled road. So definitely see that one pretty well. So that was Brad Peisker and crew down in Cavendish, throwing a nice American flag from the crane. And this is just a nice little sunset view of a nice big crane. I don't know if this was this year or not, but I just thought I'd throw it in there because it's a pretty cool image.
Yeah.
Of what's great about America, our freedoms, what we get to do every day is pretty cool. Continue with building a better Vermont and being a good member of society out there.
Those guys like Phil Forster helped start this trend back a number of years ago. I remember with their big, huge flag they had. It's really cool. So
yeah, I love it.
Awesome. I got something from the archives. I didn't. A lot of you guys weren't here in 2003, but back in 2003, we built the Colchester Park and Ride. I think Arlen Smith was on this job, and also this was one of the job. This was the last job that Kevin Sheehan actively worked on in the fall of 2003. Remember, he was deployed to Iraq in late 2003, early 2004, and I helped him do all the we did a lot of, I helped him with a lot of the layout. He did all the layout, and he was a project engineer wanting to get into project managing on this project. So here, the first photo is just that field right there when we got started, and then you guys all know where the parking right is, just below Charlebois. Actually, that might be Arlen right there. Some of the guys widening Route 7. Some of the same guys paving. That was back in the AC paving days. And there it is, brand new, the finished product. Some older vehicles there back in there in the day, but still looks pretty good. It was a cool little project that we did for the state. Found those in the archives.
We've
All
left
right,
a
Matt.
lot of marks on the state, huh?
Yep. Yep. That one had
Still,
some unique.
still looks really good today. I just drove it the other day. Still
Yep.
looks good quality product by ECI.
Yep.
23 years later.
Yep. It's the pavement and the sub bases lasted. Well, it's good sand underneath, and I remember that had a good layer of gravel. Oh, what do we got?
Yeah.
Is
Who's
McKinney
ready
on?
Yeah. So congratulations to all the participants in the Wellness Challenge. As you know, over the last couple of weeks, we kind of concluded that, and hat tip to all the people that participated and stuck through it and accomplished their goals. If you accomplish your goals because you are have a chance to win this side by side. So how this is going to go is, can everybody see this little spinning wheel?
Yep.
We can see it.
We
We
can
see
see it. Who's ready? I'm going to hit it. It's going to spin. It's going to stop on somebody, and they're going to be our lucky winner. You guys ready?
Okay. Do it.
Here we go. Big money, big money. Good luck, everybody. No more bets. No more bets.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Levick.
Oh, man.
Congratulations, Mike Levick. You are the winner of the side-by-side. Someone at ECI will be in contact with how you're going to receive your prize. Again, this was a very good exercise for the company. I think there's a lot of good habits were formed. So hopefully we can maintain these habits, and hopefully we can do this again soon. So
Wow.
congratulations,
That's
Mike,
awesome.
and congratulations all the people that participated in the Wellness Challenge. And
So-
big shout out to Ben McKinney for setting
Ben
a lot of this
McKinney.
up. Yeah.
If you're out there, I know you're out there.
Yeah.
Everyone, I want you to make sure that we acknowledge, and Ben McKinney, he came up with this thing. We were looking for some ideas on how to increase our wellness, and this was kind of we followed his direction on this thing, and it's really cool. It's really awesome. So make sure to thank him. I know Mike Levick is probably going to be are you out there, Mike? If you're not, you're going to find out soon. Are you out there?
I think he's getting the drill going.
You should
Brendan?
probably stop him for a minute and let him know.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
I'll go
here.
grab him.
No, I'm right here. I'm shaking. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Mike.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Mike.
That's awesome.
Mike,
Very awesome.
Mike's going to be so excited. Just be careful with the drill today. Don't break anything.
Yeah, we're actually pulling rods out because the new bit we put on is too tight. So
Yep.
yeah, pull
Wow.
rods out today, and new bits coming Saturday. So we'll go back down hole on Monday. It's been a challenge.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, and probably get with Mr. McKinney on figuring out how to get that thing delivered to you or whatever.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank
yeah,
you.
And then for everybody else, coolers are going to get ordered here. We'll have more like hard dates and when those will be here for the individuals that succeeded to get a Yeti cooler. So those will be coming here shortly.
Yeah.
We'll be here shortly. So
Awesome. Thanks, Matt, for putting that wheel up. That was pretty cool.
yeah, that was fun. Well,
All right.
I think we said it all.
We
If you're
did.
watching a group setting, please send over attendance. let's have a safe day. Let's have a great day. Let's work together as a team and let's be great today.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks, everybody. Congratulations, Mike.
Congratulations.